Hey everybody, it's June something 2013. My name is Colin Smythe. In September of 2011, my life was forever destroyed by 6 pills of an antibiotic called Cipro. I was prescribed this medication for what they said was diverticulitis. In fact, I was just constipated and had some soreness down in the lower left area of my abdomen and the colon area. So they kind of like to jump to diverticulitis because then they can prescribe Cipro. You have to understand that that's the motivation of doctors and hospitals, is to prescribe drugs because that makes the drug companies and them the most money. And they don't particularly care if they're toxic drugs because, I mean, as long as the profits keep rolling, that's more important than human life to a corporation. That's what you have to understand, is that a corporation has no soul. Okay, it only cares about profits. Alright, so if people are dying, as long as it's still making a profit, they don't care. They don't care about crippling and killing people. You have to understand that, if you've taken this medication and been, crippled and destroyed, you understand that. Okay, you understand that. You think to yourself, well, how could they prescribe this medication, that does these awful things to people? And the answer is because it makes them money. It makes them a ton of money. That's the bottom line. Is the individuals in the corporation might be nice people and they don't want to really harm anyone, but they can't collectively stand up. The profit motivation is so strong that it's just suppressed. Any resistance is suppressed until so many people get crippled and the word finally gets out and so many people stand up for it that they finally are losing profit on the drug, and that's when they'll try to be moral. So anyways, while on this medication I developed a spasm. This is not a normal spasm. This is like a weird, sick brain nerve spasm or something in the area of my pelvic floor. I don't know any way to describe it to anyone other than it's like a constant vibration. I don't particularly notice it because it's been going for so long unless I sit down or lay down. In particular, when I lay down I can feel it. Over the course of the past 2 years, I developed progressive weakness in every aspect of my body, grinding, popping joints. I have to be careful when I'm walking. I can no longer run. I can no longer play any sports. It's too painful. And this doesn't go away, So if anybody out there is taking Cipro right now or Levaquin, it can damage you permanently for the rest of your life. That's nowhere on the warning label. Okay, permanent damage. Anyways, I just wanted to tell everyone I haven't made a video in a while. Things haven't really improved. I've just been distracted by playing poker and losing money in poker. I mean, on a ridiculously consistent basis, losing money, and I'm not really playing that bad. I don't really see myself playing that bad. It's just all this ridiculous shit keeps happening to me today. Like, if you don't understand poker, you don't understand, basically, the game I was playing today, I was ahead for a ton of money. I was betting a ton of money, and this guy called me, and there was only one card that he could hit on the river to save him. Okay, and he hit it. And all the money was pretty much already in there. I would have had $1,000, and he hit his card. And it was so maddening to go from, this was my last $200 that I had in my account. I guess I got a gambling problem, but I spent like $2,500. I've lost $2,500, and I was gonna make 1,000 of it back in this one pot, and he hit that card on the river and I lost all my money. You know, and I was so mad because it just was ridiculous that this one card hit for him on the river. You know, and that's the way it's been going for me, is like, it'll go kind of good, and then I just get these beats, you know, where you know, and I was so mad that I was just like screaming. I was just screaming on the way home in the scooter like a madman, you know, because it's just ridiculous that it lets, you know, that I was able to build that much money and just lose it all in one pot from one card, that the guy, he shouldn't have made that call. I bet so much that he shouldn't have called that much money, you know, to hit that card, unless he had, you know, 2 pair, which I don't know if he did. I just saw what he had, and I was just so upset that I just walked out, you know. So I have no money now, you know. All my money's gone. It's just ridiculous, you know, like, in this fucked up condition, I should at least be able to be a good gambler, you know, and at least have that, you know, but fate won't even give me that. It won't even let me be a good gambler, you know. And I just, you don't know how sick it feels. It's such a sick feeling to have all that money and this fucking douchebag motherfucker. I mean, nothing against him personally. I'm just, he's a nice guy, but just when somebody makes a fucking call like that for that much money and fucking hits this one card, you can't help but fucking hate the person. You know, I deserved that money. You know, I deserved it. You know. So anyways, I've lost all my money gambling. That's my update. And I still think about suicide a lot. I still, you know, all I want to impart upon anybody that's watching and is taking Cipro or thinking about taking Cipro is just don't do it. I mean, it will destroy your mind. I mean, it may destroy. It destroyed my mind. It's destroyed my mind. It's destroyed my body. You know. You know. It doesn't matter how healthy I eat. I can eat cake or ice cream, or I can eat vegetables and meat. Nothing stops this spasm. This is like something that you know. Cipro can go into your CNS, go into your brain. It goes into your blueprint. Something that's never meant to be tampered with. You know, it penetrates those areas, you know, and just does bizarre stuff to you. And that's what it did with me with the spasm, you know. And you know, it's ridiculous. You know, I would have had $1,000 and I would have been able to play for the rest of the week. You know, but this fucking motherfucking dumb fucking donk calls for $1 zillion. He's like, oh, maybe I'll hit my gut shot, and it fucking hits on the river. It's like, oh my god, dude. It's like fate is just like, fuck you, Colin. It's like not only are we gonna fuck up your body and fuck up your life from 6 pills of Cipro, we're gonna fuck you over on the poker table. You know, every aspect of my life is just fucked. I can't have a girlfriend. I can never have a wife. I can never play sports. I can never do anything physical. I have a fucking spasm in my ass going constantly inside my body. Do you know how bizarre that is, to feel something like constantly going like that? It's like, and never stopping, you know, no matter how relaxed I am, no matter what I do, you know, and to always be stuffed up in your bowels and feel bloated and constipated. Have to be careful when you're walking because you don't want to tear anything in your feet, you know. Back constantly cracks when you breathe. You just feel like garbage the whole time. I felt like garbage for almost 2 years straight. So anybody who you know, anybody who doesn't believe that Cipro messed me up, fuck you. Go to hell. I know that my body has been messed up, And my mom, she's on the fence about it. Fuck her, you know. Fuck her. Fuck anybody that doesn't believe that Cipro has completely fucking ruined my life. It's completely ruined my life, you know. It's robbed me of my body. It's when my body had yet to be used fully, you know. It's like, it's so sick. You know, it's like, oh, you don't have a body anymore. And not only that, you can't heal. Not only that, you have a little spasm going in your ass. Not only that, you had all this potential to do all these things. You had this great job. You had this, you know, nice place to live, nice friends. You had a nice car. And we're going to take that all from you. Not only that, we're going to give you a condition nobody recognizes. Nobody believes in. Not even your own family, except for my father. You know, Nobody except other people that have had this happen to them understand. And even among those people, I'm unique. Because I've never run into anybody with just this thing inside my body that's just constantly... And nobody will give it credit. And what, you know, nobody cares. You know, it's all about money. You know, it's all about money. It's all about money. You know, nobody wants to fix... No doctor cares that you have some really bizarre, unique thing. All they care about is roll them out, you know, crank them out. Okay, what can I prescribe you? Oh, you have something that I've never run into before? I'm not interested. Or I'll just make something up, you know. Hey, oh, you have rheumatoid arthritis. You know, you have chronic fatigue syndrome. It's like... And poker, you know, it's just poker was the one escape that I had, you know. So you would think I would catch a break, you know, but it's just like you know. And I was up today. Today was the first day I've been up. You know, I've lost like six days straight. You know, 6 sessions straight. You know, $1,000, $400, $300, $300. And today I'm finally up huge, and I could just get in this one hand, and this motherfucking bullshit happened. Just the complete bullshit. All the money's in there. Oh, I hit a gut shot. You know, it's like, what the fuck? You know, just at least let me win at poker and you have some money. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What is going on? You know? What is going on? So now I have no money. I can't play poker anymore. I can't play live poker anymore. I can play online, but it's just garbage, you know. It's just like these small ass tournaments for like $20, you know. And it's nothing. You know, you have to play for 3 hours just to try to win $10. It's just not worth it, you know. You know. And I just get this motherfucker that wants to just chase everything, you know. I couldn't have bet more. I couldn't have bet any more money, you know, and this fucker sucks out on me. It's like, wow, you know, thanks God. Like, fuck you. Fuck fate. Fuck, most of all, you know, if anybody's watching this, you know, I hope to God I fucking die. I hope that I fucking die before the real suffering kicks in. Because my body can't keep being in this condition, you know, for much longer. And my spasm is never going to stop. It's not going to stop unless there's some kind of intervention, because you know, it's like wired into my head or my nerves or something down there. And I can't last like this, you know. You know, I'm sick of... You know, I hope somebody watches these videos and doesn't just look at me as a crazy person. You know, if you knew me before Cipro, you would know that I was just like even keel, you know, nice person, and nothing really threw me. You know, I was I was very hard to upset and easygoing and stuff. And so you got to understand that something did happen to me after I took the Cipro. It affected my mind. It toxified my body and my mind, and I just wanted to win at poker, So I put all my effort into winning, and I still lose. It's very depressing and maddening to focus all your effort on one thing and still not do good at it. And tonight I was doing good. I think I was playing pretty good. I was even bluffing a little bit. I was making some bets and people were folding. And, I made a few bad calls, and just this one hand, you get it all in there, and this motherfucker just chases, and what can I do, That's all my money, This fucking fuck that runs the games is gonna fucking suck out on people, I mean, it's nothing against him personally. I'm just mad about the hand. He's a nice guy. It's just, it could be anybody, and I'd be calling him a fuck. It's just, I think he had top 2 pair, so that would make some sense. Maybe he did. Maybe he had King Jack 7-4, and he had top 2 pair with a gut shot. That would kind of make sense. But just to let him hit the gut shot, it's just so sick. You have to play poker to understand. This is like all your chips, $1,000 pot, and the gut shot comes. And I had the second nuts, and he had the nuts. And it's just like, I got a call, He only had like 150 left, it's like a $600, $700-800 pot, It's like, motherfucker thinks he thinks he's like Hollywooding too. At the end, he's like, I'm all in. Or he's like, all in. All quiet, like I'm gonna think he's weak or something. I didn't care what he did. I was calling anything. I don't have any money left. I have the second nuts, and yet motherfuckers want to like Hollywood, like it's gonna influence my decision. It's like, but I haven't made a video in a long time, because I've been just losing money playing poker, and I've just been like, what am I gonna say in these videos? I've repeated myself over and over. My life is a fucking nightmare. You don't understand. Like, you're probably out there thinking, well, what's so bad about it? Well, why don't you just go out and have fun, and enjoy life? And the thing I'd like to tell people is that the Cipro can actually suck your ability to enjoy being you away permanently, and that's what it's done to me. You might be thinking, well, that doesn't make sense. Well, that's what it's done to me, especially when it robs you of so much. When you get robbed of your body from a pill, I mean, your in your mind, it's like people who recover physically, it's a lot easier for them to sort of slowly get their mental, capacity back. But when you don't recover physically, and when you had so much potential, you can't really enjoy. I don't know. It did this thing to me, to my mind, where my mind looks at everything. I've talked about this before. It's like a parallel universe. Like, you perceive things, but you perceive them in 2 ways. You perceive them as if you had never taken Cipro and you are healthy. the old you, if you will. You perceive them as the old you, and you perceive them as sick, and you experience them at the same time, and the difference is just, it's very hard to handle, to just constantly exist in your mind. It's not something that I do on purpose. It's the way I perceive. It's just the way my consciousness. I try to stay away from it, but it's just constant things, you know. It's just, you know, always popping up. You know, I see a car, I see nature, and I just perceive them. I just perceive the beauty, but it's perceived in a way that, like, man, I never appreciated this before, and now that it's here in front of me, I can't enjoy it. You know, it's like, it's messed up, you know. So I'm just gonna make this a long video, because I'm probably not gonna make another video in a while. You know, don't take Cipro, don't take Levaquin. I got a Cipro shirt, you know, here. I'm gonna show it to you. That's the fucking truth. If you want to be crippled, or run, you know, your chances of getting crippled, take Cipro or Levaquin. Or you could be even worse than crippled. You know, it could probably kill you. It could damage your CNS, like it did me. You know, damage your brain, damage your emotions. You know, give you a twitch inside your body and your pelvic floor. You know, people don't really understand what the pelvic floor is. It's one of the least studied areas, and it's basically, they're muscles inside your body that aren't accessible except by, you know, going up internal release, you know, up your sphincter, and only then you're in your rectum, and you're pushing against the wall. You know, you're pushing against, you know, the muscles in your pelvic floor, and they're not, you can't reach them. Like, it's, so if you have a little twitch spasm going on there, well, what can I do? It's, you know, I have no way to access it, you know, except me trying to go up there, and I can't, you know, I can't access it, you know. So I wanted to tell people, you know, this is the most frustrated I've ever been in my entire life, is when this poker, you know, when this guy hit this miracle, and I lost $1,000, you know, just like that, you know, because this guy just wanted to just, I'm so mad. I'm still just so mad. Like, that money could have lasted me like the rest of the week, you know, playing poker. I was starting to win. I was starting to, you know, I was starting to play, and then this BS, you know, it's like, it's just like my life, you know, like everything was going good. Oh, and then I took Cipro, you know, or then I got bit by a tick, you know, and then I got sick, and then I took, you know, then they gave me Cipro because they wanted to make money, and the doctors just don't know, you know, what Cipro can do, you know, how bad it can mess you up, and especially me, you know, because I've always been kind of sensitive to drugs. So when I took it, I had a reaction, and I ignored it, and then the body just kind of like got suppressed, and little signs came up, but there weren't really any big signs, and your body just kind of absorbs it all, and didn't give me any much feedback, you know, until this dreaded spasm started, you know. And that's my life. That's my life here in Nashville. The freaking cripple that just walks around the block 2 or 3 times a day because I can't run, I can't jog, you know, I can't, you know, just this crippled degenerate on disability whose only escape is to play poker, and just even sucks at that, even loses at that, and I was turning it around tonight, and it just, this donk, it's just totally thrown me. I don't even know if I can play poker, just how sick that beat is, it's just like, I really didn't deserve that, I deserved to win that, it was like, because it's day, I understand like one day, a couple of days, get back, but it's been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. Lose this, lose. It's like, I don't suck that bad at poker. It's just sick, I don't know if I can recover, I don't have any money, so it doesn't matter, I can't play. I have to wait until Wednesday. I have no money, I have to wait until Wednesday, and my disability is like chump change, it's like rent and some food. So anyways, I just wanted to say, if you're watching this, believe me, the doctors don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your health. They want to prescribe a pill and make themselves money and get comps from Bayer and kickbacks from Bayer and Johnson & Johnson. Believe that. No doctor in their right mind should prescribe fluoroquinolone antibiotics to you as a first line of defense. I'd say even as a last line of defense, even at all. But any decent doctor is not going to give you a drug that powerful for a suspected anything, or anything confirmed, Put some fucking oranges, put some lemons in the fridge for a while, and you see that, and wait a while, you see that fucking green shit that grows on them? That's called mold. That's your fucking antibiotic right there. Take some of that shit, That's what the drug companies don't want you to know how to do. You make your own fucking antibiotic, or colloidal silver, You don't need synthetic pills, You gotta wake up, It's the big illusion. Oh, you're sick. Oh, your body can't defend itself. No, it's the other way around. Your body can defend itself. You don't need. One of the quotes of one of the fathers of modern medicine said, the first duty of the physician is to teach the masses that they don't need medicine. That's the best quote ever. You don't need medicine. You don't need it. The whole point of a doctor is to make it so you don't need medicine. That's what a doctor does. A real doctor. You're sick because of something. It's not a mystery. So figure out what that something is. Don't give me a pill to mask my symptoms. Because the pill, here's the thing that people don't know. Because the pill is designed to make you keep needing it, or to make things worse, because then you need more pills, and then they make more money, and that's the bottom line. Your life means shit to Bayer. You're a dollar symbol to Bayer, and you're a dollar symbol to Johnson & Johnson, and many other pharmaceutical companies, psycho drugs and stuff like that. You are a dollar symbol, and all synthetic pills, except in emergencies, make you worse. They poison you, and they can poison you permanently, especially fluoroquinolone antibiotics, Cipro, Avalox, Levaquin, and that's all my life can serve right now. I'm going to be a degenerate, crippled, dying, poisoned gambler probably for the rest of my life, and all I can tell you is don't take fluoroquinolone antibiotics. They ruined my life, and you give them long enough and they'll ruin yours. In fact, don't take any synthetic pills, you know, unless it's an absolute emergency, you know. You know. I could have been really great. You know, I see myself, I imagine all these situations in my mind. I could have been a really great person. I could have experienced a lot. And Cipro took that all away from me. You know, it took it all away from me. It took my ability to enjoy life and enjoy my body and use my body. All my primal instincts were shunted by Cipro. But my ability to fulfill those instincts, to be a man, to be a father, to contribute in a meaningful way to society, and to really help others and instill the light that I had capable in me and others, to let it shine. It's all been doused by Cipro. And now I can't even play poker because of a fucking gut shot. This motherfucker would call anything. He'd call anything. So I just wanted to say, fuck you, poker. Fuck you, Bayer. Fuck Cipro. Fuck my mom for being on the fence. Fuck my sister. And fuck all these motherfuckers that don't know shit about the suffering. You know, that don't even inquire. They don't even ask. They don't even, you know, nobody was ever gonna, you know, if I die, nobody's gonna ever understand how bizarre, the bizarre shit that Cipro can do to you. Just bizarre stuff, and just leave it there. You know, little fucking things, floaters they call them, little squiggles going in your eyes. How bizarre is that? You know, like when you're out in the sunlight, you see these little squiggles, these little circles just floating around in your eye. That's your brain, man. That's your cranium, your eyeball, your optic nerves, your collagen or whatever in your eyeballs. That's what Cipro does. You know, this is some crazy shit. You know, and a little twitch inside your body. I mean, you just don't understand. I mean, Cipro goes into places that nothing was ever meant to go into and just wreaks havoc. You know, it's like good game.